go, boo.
Are you excited?
I don't know what to expect. I never ride a bike in almost a year.
So everybody ready? Come, let's go. That cone over there, they will leave it there. That is your apex. See that? So like here, tomorrow you use 23, it's going to feel different. A little bit different.
Cik
I think this one better. This one nearer. Yang ini lagi dekat.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I take this.
Boleh? Tengok keras ke tak? Keras?
Oh.
Ni 21.
Yeah. I take this one. Chop. 21. Okay, I think 20. It's so heavy. On the other side. Okay, good.
Yep.
Guys, are you feel? Just start. Okay. For the first session, I just focus on the line first. Yeah.
How was it?
Fun.
Was it fun?
Very slow.
Was it too slow for you?
I was only on gear 2 all the way. I didn't change gear.
Did it rev very high?
No lah, just whack over.
But how the corners?
Okay, some of it I managed to hit the apex and follow his line. So at first, right, I've never sat on like a bike that's postured like that, right? Like the footpacks very high. So at first I couldn't even find my gear. I was stepping on the place where I'm supposed to put my feet on instead of the lever. And I was like, eh? And then my bike also wobbled because I changed to gear 3. But then I was on the line where they told us to stay, whether you stay inside or outside, because the center line is already like broken by the cutting people. Like, because they got no suspension, so they scrape a lot of it. So when the motorbike goes on it, it goes like that. So then I just happened to be on that. I was like, oh, okay, so this is how it feels. But I think some parts I can go faster.
Was it very tiring?
No, very fun. More fun than riding on the road. Hands down. Then I don't know when to change gear, but I guess I don't care.
What?
I don't know when to change gear. I don't know when to change gear. Later I ask him. But right now he also say his focus is not on gearing, it's on the line. So as long as you get the line correct. But the problem is when I'm trying to hit the apex, right, where he is hitting, right, I'm not entering fast enough to trail brake into the area. So then I have to throttle off. You know what I mean? That feels weird.
Yeah.
Then the chicane, halfway through the chicane I lose speed, right? Then I'm like thinking, do people like throttle in the chicane and then quickly brake again and then throttle out again? Is that how it works? I don't know. How does a chicane work? Yeah, later. I think today we learned the fundamentals of trail braking. My logic of braking is totally the opposite of trail braking. So a trail braking means as you're entering the corner, that's when your hands are off the throttle, 2 fingers grab your brake levers gradually at 80% and then slowly release it until it reaches the apex. Remove your hands from the brake and start throttling out of the corner. My logic previously was when I need a brake, it's brake a little first and then brake more later. So it's like the opposite. So I think that is one of the biggest things. Another thing is coming out of a chicane. So usually like you go in and after you're like, how come like I cannot go the other side? How do I power up so then when I go to the other side, it's still not losing speed? So that's when I learned about blipping it, meaning you just suddenly you throttle a lot just to get that instantaneousness, and then when you blip it when you're on this side, the bike will want to stand up, and that is when you have to counter steer and go inside and complete your chicane. I fell, so that was on my second round on so I fell on the second round of going out because I didn't know that when you are on track, you don't use your rear brakes. Technically, you shouldn't use your rear brakes almost ever, apparently. Yeah, I never knew. Like, in school they will always teach you, you know, when you want to do e-brake, must press both brake. Oh, okay. No. What happens when you press your rear brake? So I was going in, accelerating too hard and braking too slow. And then that's when I panicked, right? I didn't know how hard to press my brakes. And that's when I start finding for my rear brake. And when you press your rear brake, you start fishtailing. So you go like that. And then you're like, oh shit! And then when you release your rear brake, that's when your bike flips to the other side. And that is when you, kapew, you will fly off the other side. And it's called a high side, apparently. I don't know. Whatever.
So how was the fall? Was it painful?
Yeah, like my neck a bit pain, my toe a bit pain, but it's not like immense pain lah, just like sore lah. Cause I was going at like 20, 30 km per hour, very slow. Yeah. It's still a bit scary. I mean, on the road and on the track, the fear of people passing me by fast is still the same. It's still there. But trying to get into this mentality of I'm the only person on the track is also very hard for me, because I feel like I'm very hypersensitive to the sound. So I know when somebody is coming up behind me, even though there's no side mirrors, right, to check. I can hear them coming. And whenever I hear them coming, that's when I have to change out that fear of, oh no, I need to give way. Instead of having that going through my head, it should be, that person should be able to judge where I'm going, whether I'm going to take the line correctly, wrongly, am I going to be too slow, where can they overtake me. I have to leave that judgment to the person behind me, simply because they would have the vision and I do not. Yeah, so that's something very interesting. Of course, maybe on the road it's different, but at least on the track, that's the mentality we need to have. So that takes a lot of unlearning, relearning, of normal habits.
So what's the main agenda today?
I think the main agenda is to learn the basics of understanding apex, understanding how to enter a corner properly, where your eye point should be looking at, and also overcoming the fear of thinking that you're too fast, because actually you're not. It's just that we haven't perfected the technique or the understanding of having a proper line. What is that racing line? Understanding the basics of apexes, and also trying to learn the machine, because it's a machine that I'm not used to. And so like I don't even know what's the potential of this thing, right? I don't know the extent of it. So it's a lot of building that relationship with the bike. and also being comfortable and light on the bike. Because after a while, at first when I went before the crash, it was very comfortable because then there was no fear, right? So after you crash, you tell yourself like, it's just it's part of the whole thing, right? To fall down, it's part of learning. But at the same time, you are like a bit scared lah. But so you have to keep overcoming that fear. Yeah. Then there's this very interesting thing about breathing. So in every single exercise I've done in my whole life, it has always been about breathing. Whether it was from very basic things like going to the gym, going to yoga, going to spin class, it's always about your breathing, right? But somehow when I'm on a motorbike, I don't think about it like how I think about it when it comes to exercise, which is very wrong, which I should actually think about it the same way. Which is, when people are holding the corner, they're trying to like perfect, and there's so many things going on. You're looking, you have to throttle, you have to do all these things, you have to brake, you forget to breathe. And so when you forget to breathe, it doesn't really help you relax when you're in that corner, and it doesn't really help you trust the machine that you're on. Yeah. So that's something I have to keep practicing. It's like you inhale before you go in, and then learn how to exhale as you're going out, and then take another inhalation. So it sounds so basic, right, to breathe, right? But it's not that basic when you're on the track and when you're like under some sort of pressure. At least a personal, your only competitor you have is yourself. Yeah, at least for now. Looking forward to day 2. Hello. We are just about to leave the go-kart place. Bye-bye, go-kart place. And I just finished the second day. So today, I think I really focused on trying to gain speed. Also trying to hang off, knowing the feeling of hanging off, even when I was stationary, and also footwork. So the transition from changing your gear down, and then after that shifting your feet so that the balls of your feet can hang off the pegs, and then to come back up, and then to change the gear up again as you exit the corner. So those 2 things, a lot of footwork, a lot of positioning, a lot of learning the feeling of hanging off, which is very scary. Yeah. But yeah, so that was it. Also gaining speed lah. Cause right, whenever you think you're going too fast, you're not. Other people can actually go way faster and enter the corner way faster, and so you're not. So that was something that I need to tell myself, because I'm like, oh no, I'm too fast, but actually I'm not. Yeah, it's breakable enough when I am at the corner. But other than that, today my biggest improvement is the lines that I take. Make sure I take the right lines. I also went faster than I did before, and lower than I ever did before, until I could see the tarmac getting too close. And then I got scared. Keep back my leg. So lame. Yeah. But it will come with practice. A lot more practice. But I learned a lot of new skills. It was very fun. And also very, very tiring. Like today I actually feel like it's a workout, because when you're shifting your body left and right, sliding around the bike and trying to hang off, it takes a lot of energy, more than I thought it would. And then of course they reminded me that it is a sport. So it's definitely a sport. I feel it in my legs, I feel it in my inner thighs, in my tummy, everywhere. Hurts, aches, good kind of ache. Yeah. Any feedback? How was I when you saw me?
Much faster in day 2 versus day 1.
Yeah, but other than speed.
Braking a lot later, more confident with the bike. I mean, it's just physical. When I'm looking at the way you handle the bike, definitely more confident than day 1. But still, in terms of getting the lean angle, getting the corner speed, I think there's still a way to go lah. But of course, definitely a big improvement from day 1.
Yay!
So
That's
never
good.
knee down, but knee down is not everything. Yeah. So most important is confidence and the knowledge. Knee down will come when these things come together, and then you are more you hone your skills a bit better. The knee down will naturally come.
That's all from us. Till the next time, we might go for paid practice at go-kart circuit next time. Bye. Boo boo.